This week on 49ers Sac-Hi Sports, we have exciting highlights from all around the Sac Joaquin section. We'll show you Rodriguez beating Wood, Kimball taking on Central Catholic, and the battle between Northern California powers De La Salle and Folsom.
Volleyball matchups include Oak Ridge and Granite Bay, water polo with Rocklin and Davis. Plus, you'll meet the Kimball quarterback thriving on the field this season while making sure to support his biggest fan. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports starts right now.
Welcome to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Brownstein. We start things off tonight with a matchup in the Capital Valley League. The Woodcreek Timberwolves are 6-1 on the season, 2-1 in league play after losing a tough battle with Inderkum last week. The Woodcreek defense is led by senior linebacker Mitchell Sarmento, who has, and get this, 81 tackles on the season.
He is good. The Timberwolves meet undefeated Antelope Friday night. The Titans are led by junior back Curran Borders and his 1,300 rushing yards and 22 touchdowns this season. The Cap Valley battle between Antelope and Woodcreek being played Friday night.
Senior night in Antelope as the dance team was showing off their moves to the sound of the beat. Opening kickoff. Not everyone is in their seats yet. Woodcreek's Amari Taylor received the kick at the 15. Heads up field to the sidelines. That's where the wall was built, and the speedy senior heads up field. He's gone just like that. 7-0 Creek. The Titans quarterback Josiah Bateman out tonight with an injury, so that means Deshaun Else was at the helm tonight. He gives the ball to Karan Borders, who hits the hole and scores from 18 yards out. PAT no good, 7-6 Creek. Second quarter, Woodcreek on the attack. Garrett Krupp gives it to, Krupp with the pitch to the outside back. Josiah Pauly. Pauly want a cracker? No, Pauly wants a TD. He avoids the shove out of bounds, stays in and scores from 46 yards out. 14-6 Timberwolves. The Titans would answer back with a long run of their own. Actually, it's Karan Borders. The hard-running junior hits the spin move, and the Borders is gone. A 69-yard touchdown. They get the 2-point conversion, game tied at 14. Still second quarter. Antelope back at it again. Borders this time from 5 yards out. He has no borders. 20-14 Titans. Woodcreek on the attack now, but a great defensive play by Brandon Seatahall. Jumps in front of the would-be touchdown and picks off the pass. Antelope starts on their own 20. A long drive gets them inside the red zone. Else hits the receiver Demarion Williams on the slant, reaches up and hauls in the pass from 14 yards out. 28-14 Titans at the half. Let's jump to the fourth quarter late in the game. T-Wolf still down 2 scores. Woodcreek not giving up. Krupp back to pass, throws a deep ball to Nikolai Nielsen, who snatches the pass for the score. 28-21. Antelope recovers the onside kick and only needs 1 first down to put the game on ice. Karan Borders does just that. He racks up a ton of yards on the night. 291 yards rushing for number 1, and Antelope stays in first place, 7-0. First place showdown with Inderkum next week.
Nick Pecoraro in Modesto for a Thursday night cat fight between the Modesto Panthers and Gregori Jaguars. Gregori has won 5 straight matchups with the Panthers coming into Thursday, and here we go. First quarter, the first play from scrimmage. That's Jaden Miller with the 80-yard run to get things going on the right foot, or should I say right paw. 7-0 Jaguars, but Modesto answers with a 9-minute drive capped by this 4-yard score by Henry McGrath. The 2-point conversion failed, but Modesto got the defensive stop and went ahead on this 40-yard field goal, courtesy of Heston Blom. Panthers up 9-7. And in the closing seconds of the first half, Gregori QB Cruz Marinez sends this pass into cruising altitude into the hands of a wide-open Aiden Powers, who completes the 76-yard scoring play. Jags go up 14-9 at the half. Third quarter, Panthers pushing. It's Henry McGrath again who hammers this 11-yard run home. Modesto goes back in front 15-14. But the Jags have an answer, and it's Jaden Miller for his second score, this time from 25 yards out. Gregori regains a 21-15 lead. And you know, the Jags coaching staff were all checking their watches, and, well, you know what time it is. Once again, it's Miller time. 75 yards for his third score, and you know what? Why not one more time? Miller came into Thursday with 287 yards and 3 touchdowns rushing. He finished Thursday's game with 232 yards and 4 scores, and this play would seal the deal for Gregori. It's a 55-yard interception return from Aiden Powers. looking very jagadelic, baby. Yeah! Jaguars win this cat fight 43-15. They improve to 2-0 in C-Cal play and extend their win streak over Modesto to 6 games.
The cat fight's really big, at school you can tell the atmosphere is different. Everybody looks forward to it every year. It's definitely a big game. You could just tell how big the rivalry is. So it was a great game to come out on top once again.
Parker Ream coming to you from St. Francis on Wednesday night. Take a look at this. That's senior troubadour Carly Padilla singing the national anthem. She killed it pregame, but let's get into the highlights. First set, Justine Palmones with the dig. Padilla sets up Caroline Foraker, who sends it home, but the last match included an epic 2-0 comeback for the win from Pleasant Grove, so you knew they wouldn't go away easy. Jade Light rejects Padilla at the net right there. Eagles on the comeback, 24-20 we go. Troubadours lead. Justine with the dig once more. We've seen this combo. Padilla finds Foraker on the outside, who puts the first set away, so we go to the second. The Eagles on the attack. Light gets it on the outside, but Sofia Garza there for the rejection. Trubies getting some revenge at the net. They go on a run. Foraker with the dig. Padilla the set, and Mila Stojakovic with the perfect kill down the line. 7-1 they led early, but we knew a run from PG was coming. Palmones to Padilla to Olivia Mlikatin, but Fancy Han with a very fancy save, and a tap over the net is just good enough. Eagles on the comeback. St. Francis wouldn't be denied. Carly finds Sophia with authority. Trubies take the second set 25-22. Could there be another epic comeback? Well, probably not this time. Stojakovic sends it home, part of her team-high 11 kills, as St. Francis takes it in straight sets.
Time now for the Players of the Week. These players are chosen for their standout performances from games played last week. Our first player of the week is Blake Nicholson from Manteca High School. Blake was a force on offense for the Buffaloes, totaling up 224 yards rushing and receiving against East Union. Blake scored 5 times, which included the game-winning pick 6 in overtime. The Buffaloes continuing their undefeated streak with the 40-34 win.
Our second player of the week is Jack Carner from Pioneer High School. The Patriots beat crosstown rival Woodland 24-14 to go to 5-0 on the season. Jack opened up the game with an 85-yard kickoff return and went on to tally up 190 yards on 21 carries and 2 touchdowns. Jack Carner and Blake Nicholson, this week's Players of the Week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us important tips so athletes can perform at their very best.
Here's Dr. Joseph Donnelly with this week's tip.
Patella or kneecap dislocations can occur during a twisting injury to the knee or a direct blow to the inner aspect of the knee. Often the patella will quickly relocate into its normal position, but it may remain dislocated, requiring urgent treatment by a medical specialist. Typically, we see a significant amount of swelling in the knee after this injury, and the knee joint range of motion may be limited. Patellar dislocations are usually treated with rest, bracing, and PT for range of motion and strength, with a return to sports in 3 to 4 months.
Coming up, our first SunPower Electric game is a big one. De La Salle faces Folsom.
Then it's the girls from Manteca and Central Catholic meeting on the volleyball court when 49ers Sac-Hi Sports returns.
The team approach that Stanford Healthcare took with my diagnosis was really the reason why I'm able to be where I am today.
Jeremy's condition was very unique in that he had a genetic hereditary variant called nail patella syndrome. With Jeremy coming from pretty far away, we really wanted to keep tabs on his recuperation. Video visits really allows us to engage with the patient and then explore treatment options.
Moving forward, I've been able to engage in sports in a way that I've never been able to engage before.
At Tracy Toyota, we're not just devoted to selling cars. We're committed to our community. We're donating $100,000 to help local organizations in Tracy. We call it Champions Thanking Heroes. We also donated to the Toyota U.S. Paralympic Fund to support and empower these extraordinary athletes. Check out our great lineup of new Toyotas. Our certified used cars come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Shop in person or at tracytoyota.com. Tracy Toyota, with you all the way.
Our first SunPower Electric game tonight is a battle of 2 of the best teams in California. The Folsom Bulldogs come into this week undefeated at 6-0 with a lot of lopsided victories.
But the Bulldogs face their toughest opponent to date, the De La Salle Spartans. Our Parker Ream breaks down the matchup in our first SunPower Electric game.
Electric game.
Parker Ream coming to you from Folsom High School in the game of the season. It's the matchup everyone's been waiting for, and for good reason. This could be the passing of the torch in Northern California football. We start with De La Salle. They haven't lost to a single Sac Joaquin section team in school history, but Folsom is looking to change that Friday night behind an offensive line that has paved the way for quarterback Tyler Tremaine to throw for 31 touchdowns in just 6 games. This is going to be a fun one, guys. You know the drill. It's De La Salle taking on Folsom in this week's Sun Power Electric Game. Here we go. So much anticipation. Will this matchup live up to the hype? And the opening kickoff, I mean, we got an answer to that question right away. Yes, it did. Zeke Berry takes it at his own 12, runs to the left. He has a few blockers and finds a seam. He is gone. The phone is ringing. Zeke says, I'll get it. A house call puts De La Salle up 7-0. So it's Folsom's turn to respond on the next drive. Tyler Tremaine bobbles it, but a nice play to get it back. Fires a dart to Justin Arnaz, who breaks a few tackles and gets upfield. Here come the Bulldogs. We jump to 4th and 10. Tremaine firing to Walker Lyons on the sideline, but great defense from Brian Meredith to give the Spartans the ball back. De La Salle, they drive right back down the field. Luke Durman looks like he's going to pitch it, but says, no, I'll take this one myself. Smart decision to take it up the middle, and he is gone for the touchdown, 14-0. The Spartans led at that point. We head to the second. They get the ball right back and capitalize once more. The handoff to Charles Greer, who shakes a defender, and it's smooth sailing right after that. He coasts into the end zone to extend the lead to 21-0 De La Salle, and they just keep pounding the rock. Zeke Barber takes the handoff, and the sweet cut back inside finds him some space up the sideline. One man to beat, and a nice tackle by Caden Benevue to save an even bigger play. So from 43 yards out, you don't see this very often in high school football. Jordan Kennedy with that kick would have been good from 50, 24-0 De La Salle. Now first half winding down, Folsom needing an answer. Tremaine trying to lead them down the field. He unloads one, and what a catch by Walker Lyons to haul that one in. The Bulldogs trying to get on the board, and they would. Tremaine across the middle finds a diving DJ Brown for the touchdown, 24-7 at the half. So we head to the third. De La Salle still having success running that ball. Barber takes another handoff up the middle for a solid gain right there. But later in the drive, 4th down we go. Can the Bulldogs get the stop? They do. Justin Eklund and Josh Tremaine in there for the stop. Really looked like Folsom had some momentum on their side. What can they do with it? It's up to Tyler now, but let me tell you, this De La Salle secondary showed out tonight. They were all over receivers. This play no different. Carson Jones pulls down the interception, and that seals it. Durman finishes with a score through the air and on the ground as De La Salle proves their worth. They're still on top, 31-10, the final.
A big matchup in the Valley Oak League. Central Catholic and Manteca. This one could decide the league title. First set, Addison Machado, Kate Cover, and McKinley King. The Raiders jump out to an early lead. Manteca battling back from that early deficit. Cameron Jania and Ariel Chandler set up Adriana Powell, who powers her way in for the kill. Later on in the set, the Raiders have set point when the Buffaloes go Isabel Pyers to Chandler to Courtney Washburn, and we are playing to extra points. Central Catholic with control. King, Cover, Shelby Jackson, kaboom! The Raiders go on to win the first set, 28-26. Second set, Powell playing great defense, puts that thing back where it came from. Then it's the sophomore middle, Isabella Sanchez getting in on the block party, 13-9 Manteca. The Raiders still playing good offense. Madison Janaski, Cover, and Cora Grover. But it's the Buffaloes who go on to take the set. Abby Cadillac, Chandler, and Michaela Singh. Manteca takes set 2 by 5. 20-19 the score in the third set. Raiders facing the deficit. Cover seeks one over the net, and a little later on we are tied at 25. Janaski, Cover to the sophomore Shelby Jackson. Miss Jackson would finish with a game-high 23 kills. Now it's Manteca with the deficit. Not after Jania gets that shot to land. But now it's a 28-27 Raider lead. Set point, Jackson the dig, Cover the set, and the sophomore Sophia Castillon tips it, and it falls. Central Catholic wins another set in extras to take the 1-set lead. And the Raiders go on to win the match in 4. Machado, Cover, then Mickey King. The Central Catholic Raiders defeat Manteca 3-1 to go to 4-1 in league play. Manteca falls to 7-1.
Brian Mueller saying hello poolside from Davis, where the Blue Devils were hosting Rocklin. Davis gets off to a dandy start in this one. Alex Cordone shakes off some defenders and goes over the top for the score. 2-0 Blue Devils early in the first. Still full speed ahead for Davis in the quarter. Jackson Harris biding his time and fires it in. That makes it 5-0. It will be 6-0 before the Thunder first strike. Hill Irby clings this off the crossbar, but Eddie Hill gets the rebound and hands it off to Eric Ryu for the score. It's 6-1 now in the second. Then 20 seconds later, it's Rocklin again. This time Ryu doing the distributing. It's Morgan Madrill with the score, and the Thunder not going under 6-2. But Davis quickly restores order in the quarter. Christian Davis passes to Johnny Vachatzer for the goal. He had a hat trick. That makes it 9-4. Let's skip ahead to the fourth now. The Blue Devils still in control, but it was the Thunder with the goal of the day. Caleb Donitz trying to beat the shot clock, just throws this up and puts it in the back of the net. And this is, of course, how you celebrate a goal like that. But Davis would still go on to dominate a final of 17-11. Cordone led all players with 5 goals.
Coming up, you'll meet this week's inspirational athlete. It's Nicholas Coronado from Kimball High School.
But first, take a look at our girls volleyball top 10 poll.
Every day, the sun comes up. And right on cue, the work begins. We start every morning, knowing full well we are in it for the long haul. Our work is a labor of love. No task too small, no moment uncherished. And although we're not often thanked, we rest knowing that our work is making a brighter future. This is more than milk.
Right now, my electrical bill is about $10 a month.
This is definitely one of the best investments we did in our house.
All over the country, people are taking control over their electric bills by going solar with SunPower. We offer the most efficient, durable panels on the market, so you can see a return on your investment every month.
I was paying $220 a month. Now I pay about $22 a month.
Right now, 49ers faithful get a $1,000 Visa reward card from SunPower. Go online today.
Welcome back to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. We continue tonight with the big matchup in the MEL. The Rodriguez Mustangs are having an unbelievable year. The Mustangs are undefeated at 6-0 and are on track to have their first winning season since 2010. First-year head coach Miles King doing big things over there in Fairfield.
That's right, and Rodriguez set to face a good Wood team. The Wildcats lost a close battle with Vanden last week and will turn to senior Krishna Clay to lead the defensive effort. It's Wood meeting Rodriguez Friday night.
It's the big matchup in the Monticello Empire League with Rodriguez and Wood. Second quarter, Wood up 3-0. Cameron Intermasoli comes crashing in, knocks the ball loose, and recovers the fumble. That turnover puts the ball in the hands of the offense and in the hands of J.J. Oleas, who punches it in for 6. It's 9-0 Cats. But here come the Mustangs. Miles Meadows with the pass to Jamarion Johnson in the flat. Breaks a tackle here, breaks multiple tackles there, and Johnson heads to the near corner of the end zone after the 78-yard touchdown. It's 9-7 at the half. 3 minutes to go in the third. Ken Tilford to Krishna Clay. Tilford to Clay, a perfect pass, a beautiful catch. Wood goes up 16-7. Wildcats looking to extend their lead here. The pass is tipped and picked off by Leroy Bryant. Bryant weaving through traffic before finding the seam and heading for the end zone. A 75-yard pick six to make this a 3-point game. And on the next Mustang possession, Meadows to Jeremiah Hill. Can anybody stop Jeremiah? No. Rodriguez takes its first lead of the night, 19-16. That's the score heading into the fourth. The Wood offense at midfield, just under 10 minutes to go in the quarter. Give it to J.J. Oleas. J.J., an absolute workhorse for the Wildcats. And on the following Wood possession, Oleas slips through the cracks on his way in for 6 more. With 5 minutes to go, it's a 25-19 Wood lead. Meadows from 15 yards out looking for a man. That man is Jeremiah Hill. It's a one-possession game until Krishna Clay nails this 48-yard field goal. Clay finishes with a touchdown catch, 2 field goals, and a sack. The senior captain doing the most on Wood's way to the 33-19 victory over Rodriguez. Oleus tallying up 180 yards.
Each week we bring you stories of athletes who inspire us.
The Kimball Jaguars have taken this section by storm. They come into the week undefeated at 6-0 with the offense averaging 53 points a game. Leading that Jag offensive prowess is a guy whose name we've said a lot on the show. Quarterback Nicholas Coronado is exceeding all of his goals on the field, and Coronado fans say it's the strength of his character that really brings his game to new heights. The Kimball Jaguars are on the hunt for their first Valley Oak League title. Aside from the shortened COVID season, Kimball has yet to have a winning season since the program began a decade ago. First-year head coach Latif Grimm believes that's all going to change.
The sky's the limit, and as long as we can stay healthy, I think that that's going to really give us an opportunity to really be special.
I just came into school wanting to play football, get my education.
Quarterback Nicholas Coronado not only has a chance to change the culture here, Nicholas gets an opportunity to establish it.
He comes in, he's a competitor, and just with the hard work and his competitiveness is just like, it's super dope. It kind of has you in a situation where you're just sitting there and you're like, okay, I get it.
Kind of dialed in, locked in, and said, I'm going to try to lead this team and try to do something very big here.
Beginning of the season, he's like, hey coach, I want to go for 3,000 yards, and I just kind of laughed about it because I'm like, well, you're kind of shooting low, but trust me, man, you're going to have 3,000 yards and 40 plus touchdowns.
Of all the Coronado fans, 7-year-old Miles Black could be the biggest.
Coach, can you throw from that yard line, 1 yard line to that 1 yard line?
I wish. Maybe like one day my mom texted me and said, I have a friend, her son wants to be a quarterback. So I said, let's do it. And like about 3 months ago, we started working together, worked every Saturday. Hopefully I can lead Miles in the right direction to become a great quarterback.
Barely.
Him and Nick have a pretty special bond, kind of like he's his little brother. It's always nice to have someone like Nick train Miles and be there for Miles when sometimes I can't.
Miles' dad, Glenn, is in the middle of chemotherapy treatment after doctors found a cancerous mass on his thymus gland back in June.
Surgeon said it was too close to the heart, so they didn't want to operate on it. So then they referred me to the oncologist. The oncologist started chemo, and I have 4 rounds of chemo, 2 down, 1 tomorrow, and then 1 more to go. And I should be ready for surgery to take it out. So just crossing fingers to get it out, get it all over with.
This is the first year Miles is old enough to play youth football. Glenn would have been his coach.
Right now he's understanding a little better why I can't be at some games, I can't be at practice. And he's just, I guess, taking it like me day by day. Hopefully I get better soon, he says.
Nicholas says he is more than happy to step in anytime he's needed.
Him to look up to me and them just be open to letting me go hang out with him or throw a football around with him, means a lot. And, just trying to stand with them, fight. His fight's our fight, so that's what I stand by.
It's just awesome to see him progressing at quarterback, progressing in school, progressing in sports, and just taking that leadership and respect that he learns on the field, off the field with him as well.
I'm hoping that somebody gives him an opportunity because, like I said, him being able to play quarterback is one piece, but his leadership is really the thing that kind of just stands out and makes him kind of over the top, that gives him an opportunity that I think that can be very successful at the next level.
Trying to watch my language today. I'm not really begging for offers. That's not really what I would do. I sit patiently, just let my game speak for itself. And just to have coaches look at me and just have eyes on me, it feels good, and just try to go out every night and just put on a show for everybody.
The numbers, they speak for themselves, but integrity, leadership, and heart, are some things that can't be measured.
I'm ready to just go turn up with my team like we are right now.
But it's exactly what this team counts on. Averaging nearly 400 passing yards a game, you can see how Miles looks up to Nicholas and just the great bond that those two have.
Yeah, Nicholas, just a fine young man. I got a chance to meet him at the first game of the season, and he had big goals and doing very well so far.
Yes, he is.
All right, and we will have a chance to see Nicholas and the Jaguars in action against Central Catholic a little bit later on in the show. Coming up, McNair and Christian Brothers meet in our Mattress Firm Perfect Match.
But first, here's this week's Spirit Corner featuring the cheer team from Pioneer High School.
Many have tried, but many have failed. The 49ers got the livest fans in the NFL. I tried to tell them we back and we never left and we got heart. Levi Stadium starting to feel like Candlestick Park. Who are we? Bang, bang, Niner gang. Niner gang. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Niner gang. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Niner gang.
America, junk sleep is what you get from a bed that isn't right for you. Keep calling Kevin Keith, junk sleep. Left your laptop on the bus? Junk sleep. Can't straight think? Slunk Jeep. What you need is real sleep. So maybe it's time to ask yourself, did you get out of the wrong side of bed this morning? Or the wrong bed altogether? Mattress Firm. Unjunk your sleep.
Welcome back to Levi Stadium. The Christian Brothers Falcons are 3-3 on the season and face their last non-league opponent this week, the McNair Eagles out of Stockton, taking the trip up to Sacramento to take on Christian Brothers.
We try and find the perfect match for the biggest game of the week, just like Mattress Firm helps you find a mattress that is your perfect match. This week's Mattress Firm Perfect Match is the battle between McNair and Christian Brothers.
It's Christian Brothers and McNair for a Thursday night matchup in Sacramento. The Falcons have possession in the opening drive. Jake Elordi with a beautiful pass to John Marengo, and Marengo sheds a few tackles before taking off. 2 snaps later, Marcus Price finishes the drive with a 1-yard punch-in. It's 6-0 Brothers. McNair is quick to answer back. Marcus Griffin gets the handoff from Malachi Johnson. Marcus goes up the far sideline and right about 25 yards before being taken down just short of the goal line. Griffin finds Paydirt a couple plays later, and we are tied at 6 with 3.5 to go in the first. Next, Christian Brothers drive. Elordi drops back and fires a missile to freshman Phillip Bell, and Bell comes up with the amazing grab. That 49-yard reception ends in a Falcons score. Then in the second, Elordi and Bell do it again. This time it's a 33-yard catch ending in a touchdown. Christian Brothers leads at 21-6 with 9 to go in the first half. The Eagles trying to get the ball rolling, but nowhere for the quarterback to go when Landon Howard is on duty. And on the next Brothers offensive possession, Elordi with a quick pass to Price all by himself in the end zone. The Falcons lead at 28-6 at the half. Third quarter, Elordi with a short pass to Jaden Nero. Aaron Ballesteros III and Bell open up the sideline and allowing Nero a clear path to the promised land. The Eagles score once more in the fourth quarter with the Johnson-Malachi 9-yard connection, but both the Falcon offense and defense clicking tonight. Marcus Price with the interception as the Falcons go on to win this one 55-12 behind the 293 yards from Elordi and 174 from Bell. These are the Christian Brothers Falcons. What do you guys feel about that win? We're talking to QB1 first tonight. Jake Elordi, tell me what was going right.
Everything. I mean, the seams were there. We were just clicking on offense. Great pass pro, and the receivers were making some great catches. So, I mean, overall, just a great execution by the offense, and the defense followed it up pretty well, too.
Speaking of receivers, we're going to talk to the freshman. This is Phillip. How are you liking high school ball so far?
It's cool. I like it. I got my quarterback and my linemen. I love my linemen. They block for me. I like it.
You feel like you have a special bond with Jake as of now?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I see it.
Awesome. And, okay, talk about this running game. Again, these linemen really stepped up tonight to let you do big things. Talk about this team and kind of what makes you guys click.
What makes us click is that we're always just bonding all the time, and we always bring that energy no matter where we go.
Yeah. All right, Marcus, 12 points tonight from the defense. Talk about what kind of was going right and you know, the big stop.
We just had good defensive calls, and we all executed.
Tell me, what makes these brothers so special?
We just all bond, and we are family.
All right. Should we expect big things from you guys? All right. These are the Christian Brothers Falcons. Guys, take us out.
All right, let's go right here.
My bad.
Hey, let's go. Eagles, brother, 3, 1, 2, 3.
I want to talk.
Brian Mueller checking in with some more Thursday night football. Sacramento looking for their first 7-0 start in school history, but they'd have to get by a tough El Camino contingent. Dragons dominating early on. Naaman Branyan can't find anyone open, so he just takes it in himself for the score. PAT is no good, so it's 6-0 Sac early in the second quarter. Later in the second, Dragons trying to double their lead. Branyan to Devin Stevens, and he can saunter in for the score. They more than double their lead with the point after to make it 13-0. Let's skip ahead to the second half where things really got good. An El Camino field goal made it 13-3. Then J.C. Gill goes to the ground to make it 13-10. But Sac-Hi wastes no time on the rebuttal. On the very next play from scrimmage, Branyan going deep for Lamont Johnson-Burrell, and the playmaker makes another one. 80 yards, and just like that, the Dragons have a 2-score lead. It's 21-10. A little under 8 minutes to go in the fourth. Same score. Dragons have the Eagles right where they want them at their own 5. But Rashid Taco has some wind beneath his wings. He's down the sideline and no one can catch him. 95 yards, 2-point conversion is good to make it 21-18. But Sac on the attack again, this time on the ground. Lamar Radcliffe with a bruising run. Wouldn't find the end zone here, but he would 3 plays later. Dragons lead 27-18. But the Eagles not flying the coop just yet. They drive back down the field, and Gill scores on the short run to make it a 2-point game with 1:42 remaining. But after getting the ball back, all Sacramento has to do is run out the clock, and they do just that. And it is a magnificent 7 wins for Sac-Hi. They take it 27-25. Radcliffe with 157 yards and a touchdown.
Coming up, Lathrop and Davis meeting under the Friday night lights.
Then it's Escalon and Big Valley Christian battling it out in girls volleyball when 49ers Sac-Hi Sports continues.
The Davis Spartans out of Modesto are having an awesome start to their season. The Spartans are 6-0 on the season, 3-0 in league play as the team hits the road to face Lathrop.
And Lathrop is also 3-0 in league, and they really like to run the ball with seniors Aaron Ramones and Jeremiah Stante leading the way. It's Lathrop hosting Davis for the Western League lead Friday night.
Tracy area sports coverage is presented by Tracy Toyota off Freeway 205 in Tracy, with you all the way. Here come the undefeated Davis Spartans facing the Lathrop Spartans, who are trying to pull into a first-place tie. First quarter, Kobe's twist gets the handoff, and watch this. Kobe stays on his feet after that, and I just don't know how he did it. An unbelievable run on his way in for 6. Second quarter, the score is 12-0 Davis. Les Derma fields the punt and gets a nice gain, scouring up the sideline, setting up this play. Very next snap, Jason Moon throws a long one to Jordan Mendoza. Jordan, what are you doing out there all by yourself? Touchdown, Davis. It's 19-0 heading into the second half. Lathrop gets on the board before the end of the third on a short Luis Hernandez quarterback sneak. It's a 19-6 ball game. Lathrop D making a big play here when Harold Gary knocks the ball loose and Eduardo Reynoso recovers it, but the ensuing Lathrop drive stalls. Here is Davis again, handed off to Kobe. Twist, and you know what I'm gonna say here. Twists and turns before finally being brought down after the big game. That gives Jose Sanchez a chance to do his thing. That increases the Davis lead to 19. Lathrop tacks on one more late when Isaiah Miravite Baumgartner scores from 4 yards out, but Davis wins the Battle of the Spartans 25-13 to remain undefeated.
Parker Ream coming to you from Modesto on a Monday night. Escalon taking on Big Valley Christian, and the Cougars came out firing. Grace Ferreira gets the dig, Carson Hood with the set, and Mallory Berhorst places it right where it needed to go. Escalon up 18-15, 24-16 we go, but the Lions wouldn't quit. Emily Vickers taps it over to Trinity Beers, who gets the set to her sister, Jordan, who gets the kill. Here comes Big Valley Christian, but Vickers would have something to say about that. Mandy Murphy with the dig on her knees. Hood finds Vickers on the outside, and that is killer, that kill right there. Escalon takes the first set 25-20. Second set we go, and you remember I compared Murphy and Vickers to Batman and Robin a few weeks back. Well, the bat signal's back on, and Murphy answers the call right there. Escalon takes an early lead, but just like it was all match long, here come the Lions. Delaney Orr with the set. Alexis Rose the spike. Off Riley Ladigan. What a play by Grace. She kicks it back into play, but Alexis gets another chance at it and takes advantage. Nice kill right there. This set was a close one, 24-24 now. Trinity with the serve. Murphy underneath it. Hood and Vickers on the outside. Taps it over the blockers. Escalon takes the second set, so now they have a chance to close it out in the third. Cougars lead 19-14. Faye Hernandez gets underneath it. Carson sets up Bella Cormick for the kill as Escalon fights off the Lions for a 3-0 victory behind a team-high 9 kills from Emily Vickers as they improve to 19-1 on the season.
Woodcreek travels over to Roseville for a first-place showdown in the Capital Valley Conference. I'm Mark Willis. Roseville jumps out to a big lead in the opening set. Elena Beeman to Riley Gustus over to Gracie Amos. The hot hitter scores for the Tigers. But Woodcreek would not let up and caught the Tigers at 19. Here's Caitlin Beck with the go-ahead tip ball. Nice setup by Kaylin Witt. First set goes to Woodcreek as Kylie Anagoni to Caitlin Brockman over to Caitlin Beck. She finds the open court, 25-23 T-Wolves. Second set also belongs to the Timberwolves. Brockman to Beck with the facial. Beck had 21 kills on the night. The third set, Roseville rallies. Riley Gustus over to Gracie Amos. She had 11 kills in the game. More from these two as Gustus back to Amos, and Gracie Amos shoots it past the D. Gustus had 21 assists in the match. In the fourth set now, Woodcreek Brockman sets up Amelia Haywood for the kill. 15-9 Creek. Haywood had 10 kills. The Tigers hanging around, not wanting to go away as Shara Deere to Taylor Schultz for the kill. But in the end, it would be Woodcreek pulling away as Haywood takes the Brockman set and scores the 25th and final point of the match. Woodcreek racks up 38 team kills. Roseville had 35. There's now a tie for first place in league.
Each week we present the Scholar Athlete Award.
This week's Scholar Athlete Award goes to Ethan Skifris from Granite Bay Water Polo. Ethan sports an impressive 4.4 GPA. Coming up, Nicholas Coronado and the Kimball Jaguars meet Central Catholic in our second SunPower Electric game.
Then it's Woodland Christian taking on Delta. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports will be right back.
Unjunk your sleep at Mattress Firm's semi-annual sale. Right now, save up to $500 on our top-rated brands. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase, up to a $499 value. Or save $300 on select Tempur-Pedic mattresses and get a $300 instant gift. With our highly trained sleep experts and our low price guarantee, you can rest assured we'll find the right mattress for you. Only at Mattress Firm, the official sleep partner of the San Francisco 49ers.
We got next, we ready to flex, we're ready to rock, headed to the top. We got next, can't settle for less. I'ma need your best, so give it all you got.
Kennedy Schoenauer makes space with 4 defenders around her and fires from 31 yards out and hits it perfectly.
Can't settle for less. I'ma need your best, so give it all you got. We got next, number 1, numero uno, front page in the news, yeah, now you know. For the win, blood, sweat, tears in the gym, harder than the rest.
49ers Sac-Hi Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Stanford Healthcare, #1 in Northern California for orthopedics. And by SunPower, proud sponsor of the San Francisco 49ers.
Welcome back to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. We continue tonight with our second SunPower Electric game. It's the big one in the Valley Oak League. The Central Catholic Raiders made quick work of a very good Oakdale team last week, setting up this can't-miss showdown with Kimball.
The Jaguars are undefeated and averaging over 53 points a game. Our Brian Mueller breaks down the matchup in our SunPower Electric game.
electric game.
Well, guys, this game will go a long way into determining the Valley Oak League champion. It's a matchup of two teams that know how to move the ball, so hopefully the electric bill has been taken care of for our SunPower Electric game, because that scoreboard is going to be busy. Now, you already heard about Nicholas Coronado earlier in the show. Well, now we get to see the nation's number 9 passer in action, more than 2,300 yards and 31 touchdowns. Central Catholic is a robust 5-1, and it's Ponyboy Taylor leading the charge for the Raiders. He's got 665 yards on the ground and 13 touchdowns. So let's get to it in Modesto for our SunPower Electric game. Everyone bundled up for this frigid night of football, but the Raiders get off to a red-hot start, already up 7-0, and they're just getting warmed up. Brooklyn Cheek one-hands the deflected pass for the pick, and nothing cheeky about how the Raiders score on their ensuing drive. Just some good old-fashioned horsepower from Ponyboy. It's 14-0. We're still in the first. Central Catholic in the red zone again, and this time it's Julian Lopez doing the honors. That makes it 21-0. The Raider defense continuing to make life tough on the Jags. Jericho Machado gets to Coronado, and it's a birthday sack for Machado. Happy B-Day, but it's no piece of cake containing this Kimball offense. Same drive, Coronado gets it to Dylan Anderson, and he comes right through your TV, laptop, tablet, phone, whatever your viewing preference is. It's 6 points, plus the 2-point conversion makes it 21-8. Later in the quarter, it's Lopez with another score. He had 4 of them. It's 28-8. We're still in the second. Time for the air raid by the Raiders. Tyler Wentworth to Elijah Robinson for the long gainer. Then it's a familiar sight finishing off the drive. Lopez getting in the end zone. 35-8. Kimball trying to get back into it late in the second quarter, and plays like these help. Coronado looking for Travis Mariero. This ball pops up and comes down into the arms of Mariero, but the Jags could not turn it into points before the half. Third quarter now, Kimball with the ball. Coronado's pass is complete, but the Raiders never give up on the play. Jalen Nichols rips the ball loose, and Robinson recovers. Defense, the story of the game for Central Catholic, as they win it 55-16 to hand Kimball their first loss of the year.
We just played our game. It's a team effort. Everything goes back to that. Coaching was great. Defensive plays were great. Everything that went into it, practice, everything was great this week.
Sam Berg reporting here as the Woodland Christian Cardinals took on the Delta Saints on Friday night. Starting out here in the first quarter with the Cardinals quarterback Caden Pasco handing it off to Ryan Doherty as he takes it into the end zone for the early touchdown. The score would be 8-0 after the 2-point conversion. But on the ensuing kickoff, the Saints were looking to answer back, and they do in a big way. Michael Reichow takes the punt as he runs it up the middle, then finds an opening to his right as he says, "I don't think so," to the Cardinals defenders. He's gone as he takes it all the way to the house for the touchdown. The Saints sideline is going nuts as the Saints tie it up at 8 points apiece after the 2-point conversion. But the Cardinals are looking to get their lead back, and they do just that. Pascal hands it off to Daniel Nashke as he spins straight into the end zone for the touchdown. The running game is working so far for the Cards, but running isn't all they do. Pasco takes a snap and uses that cannon of his to connect with Billy Hinkle, and he has no one around to bring him down. The Cardinals strike again as the score is now 28-8. But the Saints have a pass game of their own. Jake Feldheim takes a snap as he fires to Jake McAllister, who fights through double coverage for the Saints touchdown. The score would be 28-14 heading into halftime. But the Saints were anxious for another chance to score. Giancarlo Vidamontes takes the shuffle pass from Feldheim, and he breaks through all the Cardinals defenders trying to stop him, but his moves are just too smooth. It's another touchdown for the Saints as they cut the deficit to just 8 points. But the Cardinals were also looking for a hot start in the second half. Hinkle takes the snap and keeps it himself as he takes it down the sideline for his third touchdown of the night as the Cardinals now lead 36-20. The Saints may be down, but they are far from out of it. Feldheim rolls out to his right and finds Hunter Binns over the middle as he stretches through the Cardinals defenders for the touchdown. The Saints are closing the gap as they are not going down without a fight. But it would not be enough to contain the mighty Redbirds as Hinkle keeps it himself again, and he's just too quick for anyone to catch him. It's his fourth touchdown of the night as the Cardinals remain undefeated on the season. Both offenses were on fire, but the Cardinals take the dub on Friday with a final score of 42-36.
You're looking at the state of California's all-time winningest head coach, Brett Amazon Caesar of Granite Bay, who picked up win number 884 recently. Congrats to you, Coach. Now to the game. Oak Ridge needs a win to stay even in the loss column for first place. Leilani Yang to Emily Child, and the Trojans are looking good. Then Molly Azevedo sets up Reina Hoppy, who smokes one off the defender. Trojans should win the first set. Not so fast. GB ties it up at 25 on Mackenzie Wells' kill, and then Emily Craig sets up Hallie Erickson, who smacks the set in for the winner. Grizzlies take the first set. Second set goes to the Trojans as Granite Bay makes the block, but Natalie Confescu gets it to Yang, who fakes the set as she dumps it over the net. 25-23 winner. The third set goes to Granite Bay as Craig sets up Abby Haas, and the junior sends it packing. 25-18 Grizzlies. The fourth set goes to Oak Ridge. Yang to Confescu over to McKenna Town, and the senior slams it off the defense. They win 25-18. The fifth and final set we go. Granite Bay senior outside hitter Mackenzie Wells did just that. Down the line it goes. Oak Ridge would pull out the 5-set victory here on Town's winner in the corner. The win keeps them tied with Whitney in the loss column for first place. Big showdown next week with the Wildcats and the Trojans.
Remember, all of the game footage we shoot is available for purchase on our website. Go to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.com and we will send it to you digitally.
Great way to get the entire game. Follow us on social media for lots of fun and exciting content. Our Instagram story is a great way to keep updated with scores, news, and much more. 49ers.Sac-Hi is our handle on Instagram and Twitter.
Coming up, Union Mine battles undefeated Rosemont.
Then it's Vanden and Vacaville meeting on the volleyball court. You're watching 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. Welcome back to the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi Stadium. 3 teams in the Sierra Valley Conference come into this week undefeated. Tonight, we feature a battle between 2 of those teams, Union Mine and Rosemont.
The Union Mine defense has stole the show. Opponents are averaging less than 9 points a game scored against the Diamondbacks, but Rosemont's defense is averaging less than 7 points scored against the Wolverines. Should be a crazy defensive battle at Rosemont Friday night.
Gary Singh reporting from Rosemont High School with the Wolverines taking on the Union Mine Diamondback. Starting things off in the first drive for Rosemont, Joseph Ortiz hands it off to Keegan Hill, who fumbles the ball, and Aaron Yielding jumps on and gives the Diamondbacks the ball. Great play by Yielding, but the Wolverines force a 4th down. However, Union Mine tries to pull a sneaky one with a fake punt, but Rosemont snips it out and gets the ball right back on a short field. Still in the first quarter, Ortiz hands it to Washman Parker, who has it popped out, and the ball is loose again. And a bunch of Diamondbacks pile up on the ball for the second recovery of the day for the Diamondbacks. We take it to the 6-minute mark of the second quarter. Calvin Owens drops back and throws a pretty dime to wide open Nick Conti to make it 7-0. The Diamondbacks are starting to get rolling. At the end of the second quarter, Owens hands it to Parker Mallett, who pays dirt to give Union Mine a 14-0 lead heading into the half. In the third quarter, Owens drops back and throws to Joey Repass, who catches a beautiful pass in stride and breaks through a leg tackle and speeds his way to the end zone for the house call and shows off his vertical in the celebration. Look how high he's jumping. But the Diamondbacks aren't done yet. The Diamondbacks starting to shine bright like a diamond with this nifty trick play from Owens to Landon Sterling all the way to Repass, who says, "Repass me that ball again" for another touchdown. 29-0 heading into the fourth quarter. Ortiz hands it to Hill, who finds a hole and takes it up the sideline, but the Wolverines can't catch a break with Peyton Powell, who makes a touchdown-saving tackle. But Rosemont does find the end zone with Ortiz to Michael Cherry. Touchdown and 2-point conversion. However, the Wolverines get their first loss of the year while the Diamondbacks stay undefeated with a 29-8 victory.
Out to Vacaville, where first place in the MET was up for grabs between Vikings and the Bulldogs. Mark Wills reporting. Wait, was that Duck Duck Goose, by the way? First set, this was a very loud and exciting match, by the way. Alexa Simmons gets things going first when her shot goes off the net, taking out the pole, distracting the other team as she scores the point. Maybe. Then Emma Johnson sets up Simmons again. Later in the match, her shot was too much to handle as Vacaville takes the first set 25-20. In the second set, Vanden goes up 12-11 on Soledad Sands' block shot that falls for the point. The Vanden JV girls were lit. Vanden continued to put pressure on Vacaville. A little trick set by junior Francesca King, who puts the pass just out of the defender's reach. But Vacaville will answer that challenge. The first set starts at the net. Mackenzie Godin at the net sends the shot back where it came from. Then the junior takes the Emma Johnson set and sends it packing. Vaca takes the second match as well. On to the third set. That's where Kelsey Wall got it going on. Her shot falls off the Brianna Davis set. Vanden would take the third set thanks to plays like this. Anaya Thrower uses her 6'2" frame to toss the shot to the ground. So we go to the fourth set. Wild scene here. Vikings Francesca King with another trick pass, but this time it's returned. Kyra Gossett, who lays out for it and knocks the ball all the way to the other side for the point. Vanden still attacking as Kelsey Wall scores one of her 12 kills on the night. But this would be Vacaville's night as Emma Johnson push shot falls to the ground. The Bulldogs win in 4 sets, and the fans rush the floor. Wild night in Vacaville as the Lady Bulldogs are now in sole possession of first place.
Brian Mueller saying ahoy again from Davis for the girls matchup between the Blue Devils and Thunder. Davis bedeviling Rocklin in this one. First quarter, Lindsay Taylor slams this one home, 2-0 Blue Devils. She had a game-high 6 goals. Later in the quarter, Malaya right ahead to Kenzie Walker, and she fires a fastball for a score, 4-0, also 4 scores for Walker. Still in the opening quarter, Taylor to Lucy Lapuz, and she knows what to do. Lapuz also working hard to set up her teammates. She gets it to Ava Portello, and that goal makes it 8-0. Maddie Walker was solid in net all night for Davis. Nothing coming easy for the Thunder, and Davis continues their dominant season. They improved to 11-2 with a 23-2 win.
Coming up, the play of the week, it could be this play, but you are going to have to stick around to find out.
But first, take a look at our football top 10 poll.
Time now for the play of the week.
First off, we'll count down the contenders and then award the play that we thought was the best of the best. But what happens if we didn't find one play that was best of the best?
We'll usually do co-best of the best.
You can do co?
Yes, we will.
Oh, that's trouble right there. There it is, the play of the week.
Rocklin's Caleb Donitz with the long distance shot, but I think the celebration was even better. What about Woods' Cameron Indermasoli? Steals the handoff. You gotta be quick to do that. Down to Modesto, Central Catholic's Brooklyn Cheek getting cheeky with it. His right hand up, snags the ball. Nice pick there. But the play of the week goes to Vacaville's Kyra Gossett. It's better to be lucky than good. Good thing for Kyra, she's both the dig and the point. Kyra, you get the play of the week.
That's the play of the week, and that is 49ers Sac-Hi Sports for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
That was a good choice.
Yes, it was.
And I'm Robert Bronstein. Join us next week. We'll get to know the Folsom wide receiver and the path that has led him to being one of the top-ranked players in the country. We'll see you then.